Hello, hello, and welcome back to Truth Seeker Psychic Readings, reminding you of who you really are. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, and I appreciate all of you. I just want to say that from the get-go, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so that you'll never miss another video again. Now, today we're doing something a bit different, and in the past, you all know me for doing psychic readings publicly on the internet. Look, guys, I enjoyed it. I did it for a good 11 months, and what I found through that process was that I wasn't really hitting home with people. I wasn't really connecting with people the way that I wanted to, so I decided to stop. And I apologize if you did enjoy it, but you can still have a reading with me either at the South Bank markets in Brisbane from Friday to Sunday, or you can book with me at home over the phone, online, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday I work. And there's a link in my channel for my availability, so you can have a look at that as well. Now, what I am going to talk about and what I feel is more important is to bring up a topic once a month and just bring to you maybe like a 10-minute video about that topic and how to overcome it. And so what we can do to bring more awareness in the world, right? Because that's what it's all about. So today we're going to talk about abuse and abusers, right? Now, they show up in many forms, but we're going to be a little bit general about it, okay? So the abuser abuses because of two reasons. One is because they were abused. They were subjected to some form of abuse, either as a child or growing up, and it has become hardwired in their brain, and it is now trauma. And they continue to abuse because that trauma has not been healed. Number two, abusers prey on people that are weak or sensitive, and they do that because they can easily get away with it, and they can stamp their authority and create their sense of control without it being confronted, right? So that, again, is a problem. So those are the two reasons that I see. How we eradicate number one, I believe, is creating awareness in society, talking about it, normalizing it, making people aware that it is not all right to abuse others. So how we eradicate number two is to basically stand up for the bully and say something. Otherwise, it becomes unsaid and nothing happens. And so it comes back to this. Always, always trust how you feel. It either comes from the heart or it comes from the stomach, okay? They both have brains energetically. And so we just need to trust what we feel, okay? And not allow situations to occur where we're being bullied because we are locked in the mentality of fear, that mindset of fear. Get into the heart, get into the stomach, trust what it's telling you, act on it, yeah? So I'll give you a little exercise here that can help, right? It's a daily exercise. You can do it a few times a week if you struggle for time, but it's only 60 seconds, right? So it's a quick one. So set a timer for 60 seconds, sit somewhere comfortable, close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, take a deep breath in. Then exhale. Do this for 60 seconds. All you're doing is breathing in and out with your hands connected to your heart, and what it is doing is creating a mind-heart coherence and what you might say or what you might call a coherent heartbeat. What this will do is it will help regulate your emotions, it will connect your mind to your heart, it will allow you to think more critically, and it will also help you relax. It will help you to find your balance and your center point, and this can be very, very helpful day to day. So I would encourage everyone to do it, and even if you only have 60 seconds, that is all you need. So if your gut or your heart tells you not to do something, don't do it, right? We have to start listening. We have these programmed ideas in our brain that tell us what's right and wrong, but we need to start feeling, because the feelings can assist us so much more, and it's so much more flowing and easier to do. So get into the heart, get into the stomach, and don't allow bullying to continue. You are not obliged or obligated to look after the wounded. So make sure that you put yourself first, not the other person. So bullies exist everywhere, you know, it permeates our society. So it's either, you know, you'll see it in the office, it's either affecting your kids at school, or, you know, it's in a supermarket, or it's in a car park, or it's on the street. But wherever you see it, make sure that you do something about it. So if you're afraid to say something, then ask somebody else to help you. Because we need to create the awareness, and the awareness cannot happen if we just bury our heads in the sand. Burying our heads in the sand will ensure that it comes back to us full circle. You know, we have to take responsibility as a society, as a human race, as a collective, that this is going on and this is happening to a lot of us. And if we can individually make a stance and say something or do something, then we don't allow it to come back to us, and it becomes dealt with. So by confronting a bully, you are creating a shift. Even if you think that bully is not getting it, trust me, not many people stand up to bullies. That's why they do what they do. So stand up to them, tell them what they're doing wrong, and tell them that it's not okay. And that way, it won't affect you. You may think you haven't made an impact, but you truly have, because that bully now knows what he is doing because you have told him specifically. It will empower you, and it will cease to allow this sort of behavior to continue. Now, the bully may retaliate. It is so important, I cannot stress enough, to not react to the bully. When you react, you are concreting this hardwired reptilian brain part of yourself that is animalistic, that is trying to survive. It is no longer who we are anymore, guys. We need to make sure that we do not react. If you need to, take a deep breath in and just let it out and relax. Once you feel relaxed, then respond, but do not react, because reacting puts fuel on the fire. It mirrors the bully, and it says to the bully that they can continue doing what they're doing because you're saying to them it's okay when you know it's not. We can't overcome fear with fear. We can only drive fear out with love. So stand your ground. Don't put up with bullies, because otherwise we allow this vicious cycle to continue, and we feel taken advantage of, and we allow the wounded to carry on wounding others. So do yourself a favor, create clear boundaries so they know where you stand, where they stand, and that way you won't be taken advantage of again. We all come across bullies in our daily interactions, let's face it, but let's not allow ourselves to be subjected to it any longer by looking the other way or pretending it's not there. We all have an individual responsibility for our fellow humans to look after each other, so let's do something about it. Like I said, if you can't do it, ask somebody else. That's okay, but at least you have sounded the call and you have said that that bully is out there. And that is creating awareness, that is making a difference. So do every little bit you can do is helping solve a problem. Now, I was bullied myself in high school in my early years, and it was normal back then. And you know, to say something was not normal, and so you didn't say anything, and you kept it in, and you held it in, and you suffered in silence. And I don't think that's normal. It's not normal at all. And I hate to see future generations continue to feel this way. I would love to see this eradicated, and I just feel like we can all do our little bit to help. And you know, if you have kids, make sure you talk to them and ask them how things are going in school, and you know, if bullying is occurring, because it's not okay. If you make it okay to talk about it, they will eventually open up to you. But if you don't, then they may be suffering in silence. So make it a topic of discussion, talk about it so that we can eradicate it. And if bullying is going on in your own home, then take this video as a sign that maybe you should stand up and say something. Don't have the courage to do that, or you're afraid, then maybe ask for a friend or a family member to step in with you whilst you're confronting your bully. And that way it won't be so much of a scary thing. And you will be able to overcome it. You will be able to eradicate the problem, because if it exists in our homes, it's going to exist in our society. So we need to get rid of it from the root, from the source. That way it no longer continues to travel any further than it has. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a like. And please, I want to hear from you guys, so comment in the comments below. Tell me what you thought of this video. Ask me any questions. I'd love to hear them from you. And if you can share the video, fantastic. If not, have a beautiful day. Love you all.